Okay, well, that took a while to get reconnected, so I hope it's still connected to the same stream. Nope, it is in fact not connected, so... Okay, let's just finish up this level. Kinda hate that it did this again, but whatever. Okay. Oh no, is my next button gonna be broken now too? Now it's not letting me go next, so I'm gonna have to do auto. Side heavily, letting all my mixed emotions flow over me. No turning back. Set in motion will stay in motion. Can only get bigger and better from here. At least that's what I'm gonna keep telling myself as I drift to sleep. Proud of what I accomplished today. Can't wait to tell everyone at the Funplex what all I've done. Hope they're proud of me too. Before I know it, Death Portal will be upon us. Not creepy at all. That was the end of the chapter, seriously. It cut out 1 minute before the chapter ends. This is devastating. I'm gonna cry. Today is the big event, boys. Death Portal. This is make or break moment for me. Chance to put the Funplex on the map. My chance to make something more of this job than a 9 to 5, vacuuming the carpet and looking for missing ski balls. My chance to prove to myself that I can do this. Everyone's counting on me to bring in the customers and keep them coming back for more. Without that, we're constantly at risk of the Funplex shutting down. So, no pressure or anything. Why doesn't Percy just donate the money, though? Because, like, he's, presumably really rich. So he could just donate the money to us. Alright, I'm psyching myself up, watching the clock. Once that little hand hits 10 and the big hand hits the 12, Death Portal is go. I don't want to be nervous. I don't want to be freaking out like I was at Max. I want to face this with absolute confidence. But well, sadly, I'm me and not someone else, and those old instincts to assume that everything will go wrong, those feelings are still hanging on. Ah, there she is. Oh man, this is gonna be fun. You ready to make this happen? No? Yes? You know what? Let's go with yes, even if it's no. Relax! It's gonna be easy crap. I just go out there, shine some scrubs, and walk home with a shiny plastic trophy. That's what you're doing today. I'm the one wrangling the entire fiasco. Basically the same thing at horror. You can go out there and kick butt, then walk home with a shiny paycheck. Look, I love the Funplex and all, but let's be real. This will be a cakewalk for both of us. It's just a local tourney. Maybe a dozen randos to send home happy.
Fantastic.
Now put your game face on and let's get to it. 10 o'clock. Time to do this. You can do this. You know what? Even if the family curse makes you fail miserably and crash and burn, at least you can say you took an honest whack at it. Never succeed if you don't at least take a few whacks. That settled, I pushed through the door and out into the arcade. like QueenBee said, we'll probably only get a dozen randos anyway, so foreshadowing, there's definitely going to be like 1 million people in here. Because we literally broadcast it everywhere in the last level. Yep. This is not a dozen randos. It's considerably more than a dozen randos. Wait, why am I panicking? This is a good problem to have. We wanted a big crowd for the event. Okay, it's more folks to wrangle, but I can do this. I can do this. Step out in front of the crowd, waving for attention. Hey everyone! Briefly, I look down to make sure I'm wearing pants, unlike my nightmares about public speaking. Welcome everyone to Death Portal at Francine's Arcade Funplex. We got some awesome things in store for you today. I'll go over the basics, then we can get this party started. First, the token machines will be spitting out extra tokens when you buy $5 more of them, so make the most of it. Second, the Fist of Discomfort tournament. We're streaming it live on QueenBee's channel. Sign-ups are at the prize desk. See the giant pink flamingo for details. Third, a high score contest for nearly every other game in the arcade. Register your 3-letter initials with Gavin at the desk to join in. Whoever holds the top score at the end of the day gets a trophy and tokens. We're planning a monthly high score challenge leaderboard, so let's get that started. Fourth, for those of you participating in the cosplay costume, your outfit looks great, and check in with Ashley about the details. Fifth, I can confirm the rumors. We're going to have Magical Moon Cuties playable on the floor today. The Funplex is home to the indies. Finally, in a few minutes, I'll be revealing our new rare game. Only a few prototypes were ever made, and today you'll get to play one of them. All those things were on the flyer and the promotional website and so on, meaning the point-by-point was kind of redundant. They're ready to go. But I should pump the crowd up a bit, get them excited. Warning, intense identity situation detected. Time has come to prove that earning top scores is a worthwhile career path. Veteran or newbie alike, I hope you all have a lot of fun and make new friends today. Parents always wondered if these hours wasted playing games would pay off. Well, today's they're gonna pay off in spades. Tokens aplenty, cheap plastic trophies, and immortal glory within the hallowed halls of the Funplex await our valiant and noble champions. Who shall rise above to stomp the most turtles, collect the most coins, and blow up the most alien invaders? Let's find out. It is time for Death Portal. Yep, that got him excited. Now, let's get this show underway. Wheel the tarp come out from the back room. Excitement builds in the crowd as it's pushed into place. My friends, I give you Wyvern Keep, a rare laserdisc-based game where you're a daring princess rescuing a prince from the clutches of an evil wizard. And the crowd goes mild? Thought laserdisc games played like crap. Isn't that why they stopped making them? They're not all bad, and they can be kitschy nostalgia at least. Could be fun. Maybe I'll give it a shot after I'm out of the FOD tourney pools. Not the outburst of joy I'd hoped for. But I thought this game was really sought after by collectors and stuff. That's different from being popular.
I suppose.
Wouldn't worry though, today's crowd is fairly hardcore. Once more casual players are wowed by the animation, it should pay for itself. Didn't Max kind of get it for free? My point stands. Got to give up on this for now and move on to the other things when I spot something out of the corner of my eye. Very hesitantly, a young girl approaches, eyes full of wonder at the cartoon playing before her of the daring princess. And after dropping in 2 tokens, she starts to play, standing on her tiptoes to do so. Games are meant to be played and loved. The players that grow to love them, players like me, always find them in the end. Hopefully that girl will have cherished childhood memories of Wyvern Keep, just like I did. My nerves unwind somewhat on seeing everyone ready to go. Maybe today will work out just fine after all. With the event underway, folks head off to sign up for the high score challenges, the FOD tourney, and just to go play some games. As for me, I work my way through the crowd and back to the desk. One last thing to do, check in with our VIPs before they dive headfirst into the storm. Teo's manning the stage to encourage folks to get silly on the dance floor. Percy's preparing for his Moopy run. QueenBee's ready to face her first opponents. I know I can rely on the staff, but in a lot of ways the gamers are star talent for the day. It's their events. I needed to support them. For starters, I wave over Teo. Everything set for today's dancing, Teo? In Teo fashion, he winks and gives me a thumbs up. Ready to rock, but can't stop to chat. Running the stage is my focus for the next few hours, and it's going to take every ounce of social juice I can squeeze out. If you need me, check me out during the lunch break, okay? Phasing, and K. Percy, world record time. You up for this? Absolutely. Whoa, okay, he definitely looks focused today, not his usual softly smiling self. Naomi set up a little camera to record the whole thing. When I set the record, I also made it as the news high score to defeat. Accumulation of years of effort all coming to a head. Pressure's well and truly on, isn't it? Can always try another day, yes, but this isn't for me. I mean, it's never was for me, but Taya, it's also for you. For the Funplex, you mean? For you. This event is more than a way to put the Funplex on the map. It's like your own personal high score attempt. Chasing a dream, always grasping, just out of reach. Hate to let you all down. Moral improvement systems online. Aim the encouragement cannons. Hey, if you bungle, there's always Donkey Kong. Win or lose, we'll all be proud of you today. Is there anything I can do to make this easier? Percy, I know how much this game means to you, but don't feel you have to win this on my behalf, or even the Funplex's behalf. Volunteering for this high-pressure public profile run, that means a lot for me. You've already done everything you can do for us. Honestly, I'm proud of you. Quite right. Quite right. Very well, for myself, for you, and for the Funplex. I shall give it my all. Percy offers a quick salute, then marches off to war with Mr. Moopy's magic maze, having a seat on his stool to begin the run. Next up, checking in with...
What the
hey, ready for the tournament?
Nope, no way.
I'm not ready in the slightest. Not for this. Not for him. The saddlehead nonchalant, a fairly nondescript fellow with a t-shirt and jeans. Standard gaming gear. There's an unusual design on the back of his jacket, like some wide-eyed, fanged, This is a local event, right? Funplex regulars, city scrubs, and a bunch of cosplay otaku from Max. That's yes, that's what this is. Then why the crap is the demon here? The who?
Hey, listen.
Known on the western shores as the demon, in his home country of Japan as Kami. He's the top-rated Fist of Discomfort player in the world. As for your question, Miss V, I invited him. What? You asked me to handle invitations for the tournament, remember, as part of my helpful assistance in settling up Death Portal? Also, I was surprised he accepted my invitation. All the other top-rated pros turned it down flat. He even flew here from Japan on his own dime, yen. Isn't that nice of him? Max, did your magical phone fairy just put me dead in the crosshairs of the greatest player who ever lived? Maybe, yes. We'll go with yes. Sorry? I am... Wah. I'm so completely wah. QueenBee can't be losing morale now, and I can't have my friend so frantic over this. Plus, this is one of the main events where she's in top fighting form. She's an all-star entertainer. I've got to pump her up. QueenBee, kick his grass. That means you got this. You know his moves. Wouldn't it be a great upset if you won, though? As QueenBee wrings her hands and chews her lips, I lock eyes with her. QueenBee? Yeah? Destroy him. This is your shot at taking down the demon. Fate drops this in your lap. Now you get what you do best. Own it. She squeaks out a smile, but it's not her usual radiant, confident grin.
Hey.
Thanks, kid. I'll give it a shot. She marched off to join the tournament. I'm getting a sinking feeling. Did I make a mistake?
My calculations estimated that having a top player would bring in at least 150% more attendance. I mean, I was just trying to help this event be the best it could be.
Don't worry about it, Iris. I asked you to invite star players that hype the event to the moon, and that's what you did. Even if the demon beats QueenBee, well, Funplex wins.
I feel kind of bad. But it's good that I feel bad, right? That I'm not making a purely
Yes. Humans are rarely purely quantitative.
Exactly.
That, oddly enough, cheers her up a bit. Right, that's everyone squared away. For the next few hours, it's Floor Attendant Max on duty, making sure Death Portal soars like an eagle rather than a turkey. By and large, the event runs itself, or rather Teo, Ashley, Gavin, and Naomi keep it rolling. My job is to troubleshoot. And boy howdy is there trouble to shoot. Not 1 hour in, we got problems. Even if they aren't major ones, I don't want even minor problems to mess up this event. Not even one glass of spilled milk. My stress level is so high that I might start bawling at the sight of it.
Beep, beep.
Can I be of assistance? Wait, give me a second. My chair. Ah! Just whacked myself trying to adjust my chair, but whatever. I'd like to make things up to you after that invitation snafu. Currently, I'm detecting 3 problems for you to solve. Someone beating up a cabinet, player loudly cursing at a game, and a crowd milling around the vending machines. It's my duty to make things right. The crowd's already on edge from all the high-stakes competition. Where do I start, though? Can't have people punching cabinets, swearing up storms a problem around kids, sharks are circling the snack machines. Oh, no. Gonna go swearing, because it's probably QueenBee. Of all the freaking immature little stunts to pull, that mother crapper. Whoa, whoa, settle down. Fortunately for me, the gamer recognized me immediately thanks to my speech earlier, and also fortunately for me, she calms down considerably too. Crap, sorry, I'm glad you're here, I need your help. I mean, just look at this crap. Curiously, I take a look at the currently top score on Qbert, which is registered as to the initials ASS. Can you believe it? Someone beat my top score, then put in joke initials just to ruin my day. I knew exactly who did it, too. Steve, that son of a gun. He's always pulling crap like this just to mess with me. Hey, there he is. Steve, get your ASS over here. Steve glances over and with a bemused smirk strolls on to join us. Joy, something wrong? Of course something's wrong. You stole my high score. Did I, oh? Hey, look at that. I guess I did. Sucks to be you, huh, Joy? And your initials are? Because I know for a fact Gavin wouldn't have let you register for the high score competition as ASS. So I played a little joke. So what? That's still my score up there. I'm taking home that trophy tonight. Urge to kill rising. Must control fist of death. You're disqualified. Use your real initials. Gavin's the scorekeeper today. He makes a call. Iris, can you verify any of these claims? Yeah, sorry, no. You want the trophy? Use your real initials. I'm disqualifying that score. Joy's score stands as the current winner. Smart decision making. I'll text Gavin to tell him to keep Joy's score on top. Why? This is an outrage. You don't see Deca's Palace treating customers this way. Thank you. Ma'am, please keep cursing down. I know it's mostly hardcore gamers here today, but we do have some kids around. Yeah, I know. Sorry. It's just that Steve gets me so mad. He gets right under my skin, you know? Keep it to myself from now on. Appreciate the help. Event Manager Max, putting his foot down on troublemakers everywhere. On to the next races. Bunch of cabinets, I guess. Oh, this dude again. This gamer's busy smacking the side of a Wild Rider cabinet. The fake plastic motorcycle handles on the front of the game rattle each time. No, this can't be happening. Sir. Not allowed to hit the games. Plus, if Naomi saw this, he'd be as good as excommunicated. He'd be, disfigured. Oh, you're the guy I got mad at when the fat dude wouldn't stop playing Loopy, right? I didn't think they'd address this, but yeah, it's the same dude. Same shirt, same weird vest, same haircut. Sorry, I've got anger issues. I'm trying to work on them, but would you look at this? Of all the rotten luck. I got the top lap score. I did it. And now the game's frozen right after crossing the finish line. Honestly, I'm not surprised. Wild Rider is one of our most problematic games, constantly freezing or getting splat. Naomi fixes it at least once a week. It was made in the early 2000Xs with janky low police and low production values as a whole. Sorry for hitting the game. I guess that was pretty stupid of me, but is there anything you could do to help me keep my score? I've got a real shot of winning this one. Guy rubs me the wrong way, but he seems sincere in his apology. And he's paying customer today despite claiming he'd leave to get forever, so I should keep that ball rolling. Let's see. I'm gonna ask Naomi. Hang on, I'm gonna check with our technician, see if there's anything we can do to recover your game. Already texted Naomi for you. Thanks, Iris. Naomi comes charging out of her workshop looking perturbed.
Ugh.
Wild Rider again. Quickly shifts around the game, popping open the back panel. She uses her phone's flashlight to poke through the works. These other 3D games are such a pain. If it was a pure retro game or even a pure modern one, it'd be way more reliable. Okay, I think I see a problem. 1 second. Like that, the virtual motorcycle unfreezes, confetti and cheers sounding from the game as it properly registers the lap time. Never get tired of Naomi fix things. To see her brain quickly solve all of these arcade complications leaves my mouth agape and my heart warm. All done. Call me if it breaks again. Bye. Man, she did it. My score's saved. Hallelujah. I owe you, seriously. I'm taking home that Wild Rider trophy. Another happy customer, but I should keep an eye out on the game in case it falls apart again. Next problem. Wait a second. As I look around the other room, I can't help but notice two things. Percy's looking oddly irate, and QueenBee is missing. Makes me say I should tend to our VIPs first and foremost. I don't think I can cover both of them at a time, but I can help out at least one of them. Even if it leaves the last of those crowd problems twisting in the wind, I don't know. This is triage. Where should I focus? QueenBee, obviously. We're approaching lunchtime, so maybe she's off getting food, but I'm not sure. You know, Percy is my guy. Like, I also like him, so it's hard to choose, but QueenBee is my main girl, so I have to go after her. QueenBee, I know, would be watching the tournament polls and studying her opponents. Heck, I've seen her pack protein bars for a quick lunch rather than walk away from FOD. So I'd check in with Gavin, who has an eagle's eye view of the entire event from his perch at the prize desk. Hey Gavin, I was wondering where... She's in the playing break room. Where QueenBee is. Okay, I'm honestly kind of surprised you let her in there. It's crowded in here, and one less anxiety-riddled gamer in the mix is probably healthy for an event as a whole. If you'll excuse me, I've got scores to tally. Best of luck. Okay, I guess that answers that. Weaving through the crowd, I make my way to the employees-only door. Scratched out the apostrophe last week. Sure enough, QueenBee's here, thumbing through her social media feeds. Hey, QB. Oh, hey, kid. So, sup?
Oh, not much, really. Just wondering what I'm gonna do after L7 boots me from the team. I lose all my subscribers. And I'm lying downtrodden in the esports gutter, begging for tokens. So, not much, really.
Okay, I get you feel the need to hustle 24/7, and that pressure's on. You're constantly being evaluated and judged, put under the magnifying glass. Is this meant to be comforting? My point is, I didn't forget what you told me before. But isn't this different? You're up against the best player in the world. Who would expect you to win that fight? One loss, that one loss in particular, can't ruin you. QueenBee sighs, locking her phone for now and tucking it away. Her face still wrought with trepidation. Look, kid.
It's complicated.
There's things about F7 that I don't talk about. Some really messed up things. It's not just the pressure to perform, it's the pressure to perform perfectly at every second of my career. It's expectations beyond the norm, beyond what anyone else on my team has to deal with. Simply put, I'm a woman in esports. That is what changes everything. Sorry to hear that. Someone giving you trouble? What, are they making sexist jokes about fixing them sandwiches? Aren't we all equal in gaming? It's just button tapping. Oh kid, I only wish it was simple as that. Still, I got a laugh from her, which I'd call a win. Could easily come back from a few quips of my own to fend off their childish behavior. Like, come back with an actual sandwich and shove it in their face. Or get 2 slices of bread and hold it to their ears and say, congrats, you are a sandwich.
Do you know why L7 signed me in the first place?
Diversity, I bet, yeah.
I'm their mascot. The only lady on a male-dominated team. I was just so excited to be getting a pro contract in the first place that I didn't look any deeper. You know, I really should have looked deeper. If I did, I would have noticed their history.
They only get one girl at a time.
Women gamers hired and fired over the years always let go for performance issues. Performance issues, my ass. They have a rotating slot for the obligatory eye candy hire, and everyone knows it. And now, I'm starting to hear rumblings about my performance. It's like I'm getting too old for them, and it's time to trade in for a younger, hotter esports star. And it's not like any of this is in writing. Oh no. They never say why it happens. It's to avoid the legal system, obviously. They blame the gamer every time. Poor performance.
Garbage. I hate people.
But it's as plain as the nose on your face.
Unless you're Voldemort. Instinctively, I go cross-eyed, trying to look at my own nose. Well, maybe not your nose. Yours is cute as a button. No, this kind of crap happens all the time in esports. Montages and interviews are always focused on me being a woman and not my skills as a gamer. And it's not just esports. Sucked into the entire crappin' gaming culture. Women, LGBT, POCs, minorities, people with disabilities. Well, yeah, sucks. She's a POC and a woman. So, it's rude. I feel so bad. Basically, everyone who's not the industry's marketing target has to work extra hard to get to where they want to be, and they get treated like crap along the way. Get that. Get that. I fought tooth and nail to get to where I am now, and to have it be threatened because I don't hold to their sex standards anymore is, frankly put, bullcrap. So it's there and it's real, but tough to prove any real allegations. Closest thing I've got to hard evidence is my win-loss rating. It's steady and solid, no performance problems at all.
Nope, no way.
I don't lose. Can't drop the actress yet, not until I make a mistake. And while taking on the demon and getting destroyed in front of a live-streamed audience at a small event, an event I should be winning hands down, it's all I need to justify abandoning ship. Honestly, I'd have abandoned ship on this team ages ago if not for the fact that I rely on my team's salary to live. I'd even have to put up with those L7 sponsored events at Deco's Palace. What a filthy pit of ego and aggression that place is. But without this contract, I'd need a real job, like an ordinary pleb. No, I'm a gamer, and this is my crappin' dream. So I suck it up and endure all the little microaggressions. No way around it now. If I want to keep being a pro, I have to beat the demon. But how do you kill that which has no weakness? Come on, everyone has a weakness. What's his? Maybe if he had a heart attack or spontaneously combust. Be on fire is totally a weakness. Maybe walk me through it. In Fist of Discomfort, how do you counterplay your opponent? I'm utter crap at that genre, but maybe explaining it to a noob will help. Your cluelessness is totes adorbs. How do you manage to exist at this level is beyond me. Never change. She pauses, trying to figure out how to word it on a level that even a neophyte could understand. Let's see. Okay, so there's 3 playstyles in FOD. Aggro, mid-range, and control. Put simply, aggro is quick beatdowns, mid-range balance, and control is long-term planning.
Maybe.
In this case, I play aggro, and from what I know about Demon, he's an absolute perfect control player. He uses elaborate item combinations to stall the game, then he seals your doom. And I'm gonna hazard that control beats aggro. Most of the time, yeah. It sacrifices early game power for early game stall, meaning I burn out while he's just getting warmed up. If I wanted to counterplay him, I'd have to play mid-range, but I haven't practiced those characters, that playstyle. He'd outskill me easily. No choice, I guess. I'll have to get out of my comfort zone and face the demon as mid-range. I'd figure something out along the way. I'm going to slay the demon. I'm going to do this, I will. Great, it's time to go exorcist on him. And if not, hey, you can join Team Funplex. Is there anyone else in L7 you trust to help out? Anyone you can turn to advice around to win? I mean, you're pretty well contracted, right? L7 may be run by jerks, but I'm willing to bet you got friends in high league rankings you could tap for this. Yeah, that makes sense. There's a few good folks in L7 and ones who know I'm getting shafted and might be willing to help me stick it to the management by giving me mid-range style tips. Okay, got a few calls to make.
Thanks.
This helped. I mean, I'm still very likely doomed, but I feel better about my doom as a whole. You'll be there for the finals later on today. I nodded in an affirmative. Although Percy should be wrapping his high score run at the same time, meaning, Hey, it's cool, I get it. You got a lot going on, no pressure. Now you got an event to manage, and I've got a fight to prep for. Let's both do what we do best. You got it, QueenBee. Pulls out her phone to do a little research as I depart. Half of Death Portal is in the can, half to go. Been running myself ragged, trying to catch every little problem. There's still plenty left to do, but no sense in not practicing self-care too. Time to get my lunch on. And while quite nice moment to myself would probably help, what would help more would be a smidge of social interaction beyond crisis management. Percy and QueenBee are obviously tied up in their own affairs, but everyone else should be open. Who could I lean on in my time of need? Naomi, Gavin, Ashley, or Teo? Let's go Gavin. I worked my way around packs of gathered gamers to approach the prize desk. As I expected already, pole position and pole position 2 are different games. You can't just map your Fuji lap time from one to the other. Oh, okay. Gavin sighs as the gamer wanders off. Max, I don't envy you this job. That's for certain. Tell me about it. Listen, you want to get some lunch? Get a chance to clear your head and relax a bit. Suppose I can spare a few minutes, certainly. Eager to depart, Gavin leads the way as we head next door, away from the chaos and noise of the funplex. My companion fetches a table in the crowded cafe, while I memorize our order and carry it forth to Jan's service counter. I make my way to the front of the line, trying to keep the lunch order neatly arranged in my brain, despite all the chaos of today's event.
Well, look who's here. I'm looking. It's our favorite arcade wrangler.
Arcade minion? Arcade flunky? What's the right term?
Event manager, actually. You know those flyers for the Death Portal I asked you to pass out? It's my baby.
Moving up in the world, I see.
A proud parent of a shiny arcade baby.
And yet, no invite for us to the baby shower.
Why, I feel snubbed.
But seriously, we couldn't be prouder of you. And to think, when you first walked in these doors, you were still trying to figure out your place in things.
Ben and I know a thing or two about finding your dream and sacrificing to make it happen.
Long hours, hard work.
Hard hours and long work, too.
Struggling to make ends meet.
Having meetings to discuss how to end the struggles.
Can't imagine how difficult it must have been for you to get to where you are now.
It wasn't that difficult, honestly. I came up with the name, talked it up at Max, and that's it.
Oh, I'd be on the lookout for hidden costs on the back end then.
Speed bumps on the road of life to catch you unawares as you're soaring down the highway of success.
But if you wreck your $500,000 imported sports car of business triumph, we'll be there to drown your sorrows in coffee.
And donuts.
And donuts.
Don't forget the donuts, an essential component. Next order, please.
Scavell sounds good. As Gavin says, enjoys lunch and his time away from Death Portal, he relaxes a bit. So, tell me about yourself for starters. I mean, we work together and you like pinball, I guess, but barely know anything beyond that. Why do you care? Just think people do, right? Chatting like this. We work well together on the job, isn't that enough? But I suppose it's being impolite to turn down such a request. Very well. Where would you like to start precisely? I mean, why the arcade exactly? Because it's a losing prospect? Don't misunderstand me. I love for it not to be a losing prospect, and honestly, I'm pleased you're stepping up to help with that. I suppose, well, you know I like to bring order to chaos. Like pinball, it requires a degree of finesse alongside a degree of luck. Two factors my family simply does not understand. Oh, we don't have to get into family stuff if you don't want to. No, it'd go a long way to explaining how I came to be where I am. It's fine. Came from nothing and made himself into a business success, a gold standard. Except it's a lie. His father came from nothing, not him. Society wasn't exactly, let's say, advantageously arranged for the Coopers. In my grandfather's era, he had even more societal setbacks to deal with than usual, simply due to the color of his skin. We made great progress on such issues since the early 1900s. Not a solved equation, not by far, but quite daunting during this particular chunk of history. Despite that, with ridiculously hard work and a bit of cleverness, my grandfather recognized the technology sector as the right place to be at the time and began his work there. Carved out a good life for his family and gave back to his community. His children would have the best schooling, the best home life, all the resources and comfort one needs to get a head start in life. Which unfortunately led to our family also becoming the absolute definition of class privilege. Bit of a double-edged sword. My grandfather worked himself to death, giving my father a makeshift golden parachute, but my father trivialized that to make himself look like a self-made man. Gives my grandfather no credit for any of it. My brothers and sisters also supposedly self-made men and women, despite taking daddy's seed money to buy their own businesses, each and every one. If you ever want a shining example of mediocrity gone wild, look no further than the Cooper family. You could shatter a diamond with the power of our hubris. Pauses, biting his lip slightly. Apologies, going off on a rant, aren't I? It's okay, you can let your feelings out. Hypocrisy and injustice don't suit your rationality. Have you ever told them how you felt? I can see why this annoys you. Blatant lies and self-aggrandization don't fit into your sensible worldview. About honesty and open communication, I'm guessing the chest-beating pride of your family didn't sit well. Precisely. I'm the lucky one. I didn't buy into their rich story. One father used to manipulate my brothers and sisters. I saw through it with clear eyes. Eventually, I opted to strike out on my own, without a loan from father, to avoid being beholden to him or to repeat his error.
You must think me daft. Turning down my family's wealth and taking up a position as accountant at a small family arcade. But I saw it as a challenge. A chance to be my own man. Like my grandfather before me. The world gave him nothing. He came from nothing. But through hard work and determination, he did it. He overcame it. And while my brothers and sisters bought up tech companies, mashing up their projects together and flipping them on the market once the value increased, I sought to take a failing enterprise, make it succeed, and stay with it. I'm not a love it and leave it man when it comes to business. I will overcome in my own way.
So that's me in a nutshell. Child of means who rejected those means and embraced a dream of madness. This suffice for your getting to know you needs, Max. I'm left dumbfounded for a moment. I've been expecting light small talk, not a backstory plus mission statement. Honestly, I expected the accountant of a video arcade to be, well, born to a high tax bracket. A bit like the surprise of Percy's wealth. But one question lingers. So you went to college, right? For business and accounting, yes. Right, no student loans, and well, you had clothes on your back and a nice house in a nice neighborhood, I'm guessing. And you aren't exactly starting from zero. Yes, I know, it's not exactly the ideal start for one on a quest to prove his well-to-do father wrong. I realize I'm a bit of a fool, I'll admit that. I certainly enjoyed the head start that wealth and gradual societal change can provide. I can never truly claim to be a wholly self-made man to the same degree. I don't consider rejecting the family wealth an insult to my father's efforts. I consider an insult to my father, who lies and boasts and claims this was all his own doing. So while I cannot truly start from zero as my grandfather did, I intend to be as much as my own man as I can be, to honor his legacy in my own way, and that will have to do. Dang, that brought down the mood. Time for me to lighten it up again. Why not bring the arcade outright, call it the Gavin's Gavinplex of Gavinness? Did you join the Funplex because of your family's background in tech? Okay, so you wanted to rebel, but why join an arcade? Yes, you said it's to turn around a failure, but plenty of other failures you could tackle. Be honest, it's a pinball, isn't it? You're a pinball wizard with such a supple wrist. There's a pinball wizard. Elton John. It's true, I do have something of a vice when it comes to pinball. The manic chaos, the precision of the shots, the fickle physics. But I'm afraid the answer is far more mundane. I'd ask my iris what job positions were open that met my requirements and pick this at random. Bet your iris is tickled pink that she landed you your dream job. Iris is a cloud-based computing algorithm. She is not tickled pink or any other color for that matter. But yes, it did work out quite well, I'd say. And I believe I'd bent your ear about socio-economic philosophy more than enough. Undoubtedly, this has been the most boring conversation of your entire life, and for that, I apologize. It's fine. I said I wanted to get to know you. This is getting to know you. And as fair as fair, I think you should get to know me. Quid pro quo. Tell them about my happy childhood and my unhappy adolescence. I tell them about the falling of the Max family and of Juniper pulling me out of the ashes. I tell him about what was really going on in my head on day one of the Funplex, and even about Juniper's secret job offer. He listens attentively. At first I think he's ignoring me, just nodding along as he said nothing in return, but no, he's absorbing it, analyzing it. And now you're fighting. Fighting for your dream, fighting for the Funplex, just like me. That about sums it up, yes.
Very well. Consider your dream under my protective umbrella. I'll fight for your dream as well with one more. I know I haven't been the best at protecting Naomi's dream. I know I made mistakes, but I'm trying to improve, to be a better person.
Aw, all these characters are such good options, honestly.
I trust that if I ever accidentally step on your dream, you will let me know. With honesty and clarity, do not hold back. Don't be afraid to hurt my feelings.
Wouldn't dream of it.
Then we have an accord.
Suppose we've hidden ourselves away from Death Portal long enough, shall we return? Quickly gather up our trash and shuffle back to our jobs. Him at the desk, myself on the floor. The event's not over, not by a long shot. Next few hours passed quickly. With renewed confidence, Percy's deep into his world record run and performing admirably. He's intensely focused on that score, inching ever close. While QueenBee effortlessly destroys locals on the path to her inevitable showdown with the demon. Myself, I float through it all, taking care of little problems while keeping an eye on both of them, but as the event winds to a close, all eyes are on our two main events, and the very real possibility of our local heroes falling apart at the finish line. I don't know what that was. Percy's been on a solid run since his earlier fumbles. QueenBee's been effortlessly destroying all competitors as expected. But the demon has been matching her game for game, destroying all his opponents as well. And as predicted, the grand finals will come down to the QueenBee versus the demon. And as for the magic world of Moopy, Percy's closing in on that world record with the tape rolling and ready to submit to Twin Galaxies. The pressure's on. I got QueenBee through her worries, but that was just the prelude. This is the main event, but Percy's not looking great, hunched over his joystick. He might need me. Can't be there for them both as much as I want to. Who do I focus on? I need to be there for QueenBee because she's my girl. I'm sorry, Percy, but, like, let's save here because maybe I would want to go back and... This is it, the grand finals, the fist of discomfort at Death Portal. I can sense the excitement in the crowd, and it's hard not to get swept up in the hype. My nerves are through the roof right now, and I'm not even the one playing. On the player one side, the rising star of L7 Gaming, local Funplex champion, and internet sensation, QueenBee. I recognize most of them from recruit and a bunch of Funplex regulars. On the player 2 side, 5-time EVO champion and Fist of Discomfort, known as Kami in his home country of Japan. Here we all know him as the Demon! Uh-oh, the crowds picked their favorite, clearly. Everyone loves an underdog, though. I'll say that it doesn't make sense. The Demon is known by casuals and hardcores alike, but I was hoping for a little less discrepancy between the two. Look over to QueenBee. She's keeping it calm. She's keeping it cool. True mask of the competitive gamer. I'm ever impressed how she can always be so composed, even at the moment like this. Makes my heart flutter. After a quick handshake, it's off to their joysticks, quartering up and getting ready to battle. My fellow gamers, this is the grand finals here at Death Portal. Let's hear it for our competitors. You all shuffle through the character selection screen. The crowd waits in anticipation, eager to see who will be chosen. The announcer takes that momentum and brings it back twofold. QueenBee is sticking with her pride and joy, the fast and deadly Tomokaze. From what I've learned, Tomokaze is a light and fast character suited for QueenBee's aggro style. It's her favorite character. As for the Demon, who's been playing a staple, a heavyset controlling samurai all day, selects a similarly speedy attack ninja. What an amazing turn of events! The Demon completely strays from his normal character roster and chooses Silent Blade. It's completely like anything we've seen the Demon do today, with an exciting matchup, one you won't want to take your eyes away from. Wait, this doesn't make sense. QueenBee explained all this to me. The Demon plays slow, control-heavy characters that drag the game down to their level for an eventual defeat. But now he's playing aggro? With characters locked in and map set, let's not delay this match any further. Countdown is a 3, 2, 1, and begin. Right out the gate, the Demon comes at QueenBee with a ferocity I haven't ever seen. Well, since QueenBee's usual matches where she charges head-on into her enemy. Right out the gate, the Demon attacks QueenBee with ferocity with the likes I've never seen. Like a cheetah, the Demon spares no time, running straight towards his prey. The Demon has completely ignored the ninja creep waves. He's taken full-on minion damage and he's not even phased. In fact, he's not even stopping to buy items. Our champion from Japan has only one thing in his sights, and that's QueenBee. Yeah, this is bad. He's playing aggro. He's playing a faster aggro than QueenBee, rushing her down before she can get her bearings. It's not much of an edge with the Demon risking everything like this, but it's just enough for one to keep her from finding her footing. Normally these matches go on a good 5 or 10 minutes, but he'd already put QueenBee down once, then mauled an allied sensei while she was respawning. I tried to make myself heard over the crowd. Kick. No, it's no good. She can't hear me. Even if I was able to shout louder than the crowd, her attention is so focused she probably wouldn't register my voice. Do nothing but helplessly watch as the Demon pulls her apart again and again. The onslaught, the Demon living up to his namesake, is not showing an ounce of mercy for his competitor. But what's this? QueenBee is switching things up. She stopped at the item store, completely ignoring the attacks on her sensei. What could she possibly be buying at a time like this? Fortunately, she seems to have developed a plan. From what she explained, the counter to aggro is control, so by changing her tactics, it might just allow her some time to catch up. One of QueenBee's sensei is down for the count, but that death has brought her enough time to grab as many control spells as she can. QueenBee blasts the lane with Storm of Frost. Okay, I get it now. She's using a weird hybrid style, trying to stall out the enemy with ice spells while making her own progress down the lane. Initially, it works like a charm. The enemy minions free solid and give her just enough breathing room to push ahead. But the Demon responds with a swift accuracy. He's pulling forward with his other lanes, ignoring her attempts to slow things down. As the Demon flips between lanes, it's clear that while this would have won her the game if she started out that way, quickly enough the final sensei on QueenBee's side of the map falls. Here's your winner, the Demon! The obligatory handshake happens as the crowd bursts into applause, thrilled to have seen such a strange spectacle out of the world champion. Immediately, QueenBee is forgotten as the players close into a cheer on the Demon over and over. Perhaps sensing it's her cue to depart from the cheap plastic trophy I got from the dollar stores awarded to her rival, QueenBee slips away and I decide to follow. Aww, now I'm sad. I for sure thought she'd win. Find her in the break room, collapsed in one of the folding chairs, facing her hands. Quietly, I take a seat next to her.
I don't know. After L7 Gaming dumps me, maybe I can live off my stream subs alone. If they don't abandon ship too, I mean. Maybe cut my living expenses a little. You know, move back in my parents' house, things like that. If worse comes to worse, maybe Naomi will carve out the insides of an unpopular game and I can sleep in there.
I recommend pizza bagels, breakfast of champions. I'm sorry things didn't work out. Maybe L7 won't care. You're losing shop your budget down to size. May I point out that when pizza's on a bagel, you can have pizza anytime. Hey, that's my line. QueenBee laughed bitterly, but she is laughing at least. Better to develop a taste for microwave food then. So you're sure team's gonna drop you, huh? Well, gave it my best. Theory crafted with you, sorted my plan out, even changed it up on the fly when he surprised me.
Thanks.
I can honestly say I did my best, and that's thanks to you. Helped me pull my crap together this morning, you know. Happy to help. This is my fault, isn't it? I'm the one who organized the event, I'm the one who pushed everything. Everybody past their limits, all in the name of making my dream a reality. I'm working hard to make sure that what should have been just another temporary job in a long string of temporary jobs into something more, something I can believe in. But I didn't stop thinking what would cost me and everyone around me. Crap.
Whoa.
Wash that filthy mouth out with some soap. Question is now what? Where did I go from here? Well, thankfully someone's knocking on the door, interrupting me before I need to provide career advice to someone whose career I just indirectly destroyed. Hopefully, I think it's gonna be the demon who's gonna offer her a spot on his, esports team. Although I'm expecting it to be Gavin or maybe Ashley to come cheer up their friend, the unexpected walks in the door. Two of us sort of stared, dumbfounded, as the man addresses QueenBee. What?
Hey, listen.
I can translate. Moment while I load my Japanese to English speech recognition systems. I'm afraid my English is not very good. Oh, you have a translator. I'm glad. Irish repeats everything we say back and forth. With a little patience, the conversation flows a bit easier after that. I wish to thank you for teaching me today.
What the?
For what? The crap does that even mean? Are you mocking me? Iris probably softened that a little in the translation, but combined with QueenBee's expression, the demon seems to get the real gist. Not at all. I wish to thank you for teaching me your unique fighting style. Both QueenBee and I look confused. I've been watching your stream for a year now, but watching it is not the same as facing you in combat. From that one battle alone, I have learned a great deal. If you will allow it, I would enjoy learning more. I clearly have a great deal of work to do to master your style, as you saw today. Didn't we just see him pull you limb by limb? QueenBee's expression softens, and she playfully punches me in the shoulder. Way to rub it in, kid, but that's not even what happened. I honestly thought you were watching the match. But I'm still confused. He played sloppy as crap. The real reason I lost was due to surprise. He took more risks out there than I did, relying on the fastest, hardest aggro style imaginable to win before I could react. Even at aggro, you don't come out blitzing out the gate without buying a single item, not unless you're willing to bet at all on that strategy. I was overly eager to show you what I've learned. I won, yes, but I cannot be results-oriented in my thinking. I believe we could learn much from you, QueenBee-san.
Come again?
Okay, who's we exactly? Myself, the Kami of Japan. Onslaught-san, the Kami of the NorCal scene. Fosta-san, the Kami of Germany. We are suddenly a team, winds that blow from all directions at once, carrying with them wisdom from across the arcade world. A diverse team for players by players. But we require an aggro-style champion, a Kami of the East Coast scene in America. We would be deeply honored if QueenBee-san joined us. He offers a deep bow. Neither of us quite know how to react to that. QueenBee speaks up first.
You're offering me a job? That's why you came here?
Hi. Yes. I've been scouting for talent to meet our teams, but have yet to meet anyone quite like you. You are intense, wild, daring, and exactly what we need. But I could not know for certain until I attempted to pass you in direct combat. I attempted and I failed. Winning that match is irrelevant. My play was insufficient. However, if you wish to remain loyal to L7 Gaming, I will understand.
Them right in the ear. I mean, let me look into my contract situation and square things away first. But, you know, I'm interested. Yeah, interested.
I almost barely saw the hint of possibility of a glimpse of a smile on the demon just now. And it's gone. Thank you. Please take all the time you require. Fate willing, we will welcome you as one of our 4 heavenly kings. We will have last found our queen. With that, he offers one more bow and promptly turns to exit.
Whoa.
Holy... Kid, do you know what this means? You're about to be elevated to arcade godhood. Your skills will expand dramatically. You don't have to live with your parents. Going to ascend the holy mountains of Asgard to join your fellow Kami in Olympus, home of the spirits above. Pretty sure you're mixing up your pantheons there, kid. But yeah, this is big. I mean, this is super big for me. Instead of bowing and scraping and begging L7 to let me sit at their table, I get my own table. I want to be carried into Evo by oiled fanboys, raising me high on a plush couch, feeding me grapes, and fanning me with palm leaves. I'm actually reasonably sure Iris could arrange that if I asked her to. Sure thing, I'll get right on it. I'm kidding. I was kidding, Iris. Yeah, I'm kidding too. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. I've got a lot to learn before I really know how I can hang with them. But now I've got a future, and it's bright. I'll admit to some relief on hearing I didn't just sink QueenBee's battleship. But the fact remains that we got lucky. If the demon hadn't been in a generous mood, hadn't been scouting for talent, career would have been shambles, thanks to me. The demon said it himself. Don't fall for results-oriented thinking. Maybe her future is bright, but it almost wasn't thanks to me. Man, who knew being an adult with very important responsibilities instead of a transient floating through life would be this nasty? You okay in there? Yeah, I'm fine. Everything's fine. Shaking the moment off to do my best to celebrate her achievement. Glad I could help you out this morning, and I'm glad things worked out even though I guess both you and the demon feel you lost that fight in your own way. These sports, huh? Wild stuff.
Thanks.
You've been with me through all of this, even when you probably had better things to do. Don't think I haven't noticed. Well, feel my cheeks flush. Crap, am I blushing? Maybe this is a moment to express my feelings. Oh, more time. What? Here's my shoot my shot. I'm drawn to you, QueenBee, and your adventurous, carefree attitude. I just hope you'll entertain the thought of including me in on that wild ride.
Oh, well. This is an interesting development.
Ooh.
I was wondering when you'd find the guts to flirt with me properly. It only took you a few months. I'm glad to see my patience have been rewarded.
Well, we really need to work on that delivery. It was cute, but wild ride, honestly, I think you would have done better than just looking up cheesy pickup lines on the internet. QueenBee smiles and laughs happily. This is the first time I've seen her genuinely relaxed and be at ease with herself all day. It warms my heart, and I smile along with her. Talk more later about the complexities of emotions and proper conduct, but for now, let's just enjoy this quiet moment between us. It's been a hell of a day, and I could just use a hug from someone I care about. She looks toward me and gently closes her eyes. I can tell how pooped she is. I open my eyes up, and with the utmost grace, QueenBee crashes into my embrace. For a long moment, it's just the two of us enjoying the silence and each other. Oh my goodness, she's blushing. How did I not notice that? Alright, I should go rejoin the party. They do need your royal grace with her presence. Will you escort me, Max? Stand up and offer my arm there. You got it, my queen.
Don't tempt a lady like that. I like the way it rolls off your tongue. I could really get used to that.
Excuse me? I think this broke my brain. Also, are we ever gonna learn your real name? Takes my arms in hers, and we turn to go back to the arcade floor.
Before we return, thank you. Seriously, thank you from the bottom of my heart.
We strolled to the door, QueenBee's and my confidence restored, and returned to the death portal crowds. As we re-enter the arcade, I instinctively size up the crowd looking for trouble, but there isn't any. Good. Don't think I could deal with another crisis. Wait a minute, where's Purper? Percy, I don't know. He's gone. Nobody's playing Moopy. In fact, it's already drained out the extra lives and gone back to the attract mode screen, with a score just short of the world record. Oh crap, you think he cracked under the pressure? Percy's in the hospital. He started clutching at his chest and then fell off his stool. We think it was a heart attack. I called 911 right away. The ambulance just left. Oh no. I need to go. Crap, I ride the bus. I can't drive to the hospital. QueenBee arrives. We'll take my car. Gavin, can you and the others finish up here? I have to. This is my fault. I pushed him. I pushed him too hard. Go. We'll take care of Death Portal. Quickly, we pile into QueenBee's rusty yellow hatchback and speed off to the local hospital. Well, this is a turn of events. The hour's growing late, but we managed to find his room just before visiting hours are over and inside, lying in a hospital bed. Oh, hello there. I wasn't expecting the visitors. How are you to do? Is the event going well? I don't do British. How do you do? Seriously? How do you do, Percy? Exactly, what's going on? Are you okay? Oh, tosh, it's nothing. Just a heart tremor. It wasn't even a full rest or anything. They're giving me overnight for observation. I'll be back at the Funplex before you know it. Still have a hard score to defeat after all. Are you kidding me? Purper, come on. You're hooked up to an ECG. I can see your heartbeats. It's not nothing. It's just a little issue, that's all. A medical mishap which runs in my family. Wasn't quite expecting it to accelerate this quickly, but that's life, isn't it? So it wasn't stress related? Well, probably didn't help, but can't say I was feeling sharp as usual this morning. My fault, really. All my fault. How serious is this condition? And be honest with us, Percy. No holding back to keep us from worrying, because we're gonna worry whether you like it or not. Yeah, what the kid said. They've said I have 2 years left to live, but science isn't exact science, I suppose. Your attention, visiting hours are now over. I suppose it's time for you to head home. And don't worry about me. I'll be back out there in the morning. Probably take a break from Mippy for a time, but I'll pop by the Funplex all the same. Only if you're sure, Percy. You know me, love. I'm an optimization expert. And my way of keeping calm through this silliness is to optimize the happiness I can find in the time remaining to me. And that means the Funplex. The Funplex. Aww. Maybe offers me a ride back to the Funplex in her car. I've still got an event to wrap up, and then a bus to catch back to my apartment. Neither of us really feel like talking on the way there. I'm back. Not that there's much to come back to. All the plastic trophies I picked out for the high score contests are gone, along with their winners. Looks like everyone's closing up shop. Ashley tidying up a bit. Naomi literally had fallen asleep at the prize desk. And Francine up way past her bedtime, squinting at a computer for now.
Dearie?
Gavin ran numbers while you were out. Despite the discount on token, we made a tidy profit today, far above and beyond what the Funplex normally draws. What Ashley tells me, the mood was quite jovial near the end, with many nice folks saying they planned to return. Even if the local champ didn't win at Fist of Discomfort, they got to see the demon in action. That's a feather in our cap. I'd hope you'd be pleased with the news. Just what you wanted, yes. Put the Funplex on the map. Business is going to be just peachy now, especially with more lovely parties like this one. Yeah, okay, sorry, I'm happy about it, just exhausted, emotionally, mentally, and physically.
Well, for what it's worth, we're all rather exhausted, dearie. But we've got no regrets.
Aww.
I'd like to think I know a thing or two about dreams. Dreams and how difficult they can be to make a reality.
Sorry for the impromptu silence. I was just changing the title.
Your dream of a thriving fun. True, Percy was hospitalized, but oh dear. But we did it. Your friends saw it through, and they do it all over again, without a doubt.
I nod, a bit numb to it all. Sure, I'll feel like $1,000,000 tomorrow when Percy strolls back in and smiles and QueenBee is sporting her fancy new team jacket. When the daytime crowds are thick with newcomers happy to be playing the games they love. When I really get to see the effects of what we accomplish. But for now, I really just want to go to bed. Need anything else from me tonight? We're all wrapped up like a bow. On my way home for a good night's sleep myself. Go home, Max. See you tomorrow. I turn the keys in the lock, slumping into the apartment. Hi! So how'd it go? Was the Death Portal every bit as awesome as the awesome poster I designed for it? Players went home happy and the business is booming. Hooray! Why don't you look happy? Been a long day. Well, okay. Honestly, you're an inspiration to me. You had the guts to chase your dreams. It's tough work and I knew that Irish could find you something you'd love. Wondering if I should follow in your footsteps. You want to become an arcade czar? No, silly. Just find something to do with my life other than make coffee for executives and follow their paperwork. Like that poster. I could try to be a graphic designer, maybe. I've always loved doing this stuff like that. What do you think? Except that following your dreams can round you ragged, like it did to me today. It could nearly torpedo your future. It could even kill you. Is it worth it? Is it really worth all the trouble? Francine's right. I chose this path. I chose to make something in my life difficult in order to make my life into something. Juniper's helped me out along the way, and I should help her in turn. I'm not gonna lie, it won't be easy, not by a long shot. But yeah, I think you should chase your dreams, become an artist on your own terms. I knew I had the right idea, thanks. You need to go to bed and sleep. Tomorrow I'll make you pancakes, a reward for my hard-working arcade czar. You used to have pancakes every morning during the summer trips, right? Mom made them. That was ages ago, Jennifer, when my folks could afford trips to the shore. I think you know exactly how we can celebrate your newfound success. How about trip to a beach? A winner is you. Let's see your score. You're on QueenBee's good side. Life of the party, goofy goof. Scored 14,500 points. Today's pizza fact is the world's largest pizza covered 10,000 square feet and measured 140 feet across. It's weighed in at 44,457 pounds. How did you cook that? The world's largest oven? You want to save your game before proceeding? Yes. Save game, baby. It's the future, year 20XX, and romance is in the air, or at least romance will be in the air if Iris has anything to say about it. So I'm not actually in the glorious 20XX Neon Metropolis today. I'm about 134.7 miles south of it. That's much better. Just smell the sea salt, the saltwater taffy, the baking hot sands. Smell it. It's just like I remember. Never been to Flat Sand Beach before, Juniper. Well, it's just like I remember you remembering it was then. Definitely one of my better ideas. Top 10, maybe even top 5 ideas. What a fun way to celebrate your success at the Funplex. As a reward for your hard work, we return to the beach where you first played Wyvern Keep, where your family spent their summer vacations. Oh, how sentimental. My heart, I can't. I feel the need to say something pithy and dismissive in the face of her unrelenting cheer, but to be honest, I'm definitely smiling. This place holds so many dear memories for me. Coming back here for sure is a treat.
Yes.
This place is great. Sand and sea and that boardwalk. Little shops, food, t-shirts, plastic sunglasses. I want to see it all. I want to do it all. I think you're more excited about this than I am, Juniper. You're excited too, don't deny it. Whew. Gonna need to change my swimsuit before the others get here. Be right back. The others, right. That was the second part of Juniper's plan. See, this wasn't just a treat for me, but for everyone associated with Funplex. We'd have to drive down here in groups and pay for our own hotel rooms to keep the costs down, but soon enough, a Saturday outing for all staff and VIPs had become a reality. It's real sweet for her to include everyone in on this trip, too. We worked hard to make the portal a success. I certainly couldn't have done it without help from my friends. Within the next hour, there'd be 9 of us bouncing around swimsuits, making sand castles, and buying cheap souvenirs, and playing seaside arcade games. Hopefully not accidentally drowning in the riptides, as my inner lifeguard felt need to warn. One day of fun in the sun for everyone. And as for this evening, ours had other plans for me.
Well, have you decided yet? Have you?
Yes.
Starting out, you know.
My girl. Inside, I pull up my phone, summoning my digital djinn. And why is Tommy running out exactly?
I run the numbers and calculated a 99.97% chance of romantic success. If you take your special someone on a moonlit seaside...
Not 99.97%. She said that before.
It's the perfect confluence of all projected event vectors that will lead you to love and happiness. Romance is in the air. Can't you feel it?
Right now, I feel slightly overheated. I need to go change.
Yes. Yes. Good. Put on your sexy swimwear.
Ew.
It will improve my projections.
Going on and on about this ever since finding out about the beach trip. I was once had an obsession with finding me a special someone anyway. Turn my life around. I found a job. I found a dream even. To make something of the Funplex. Let it grow and shine. You've done well helping me with that. Happiest I've been in years, honestly.
Thank you. Thank you.
Gosh, thanks. Tried workplace romance before, back in the shoe shop days, and it worked out for a while until I realized we weren't soulmates. High quality dad joke. Point is, I know I said I would be open-minded about this sort of thing. I haven't forgotten about what we talked about the day I joined Funplex, but now I'm faced with it, I'm not sure. We spent weeks getting to know these people. We've even taken a few of them out to lunch. I've spent literal months, though. Not even weeks. What if it makes it awkward? What if I can't decide your approach? What if I'm just not ready to start dating again? Super close to people, closer than I ever thought when I first took the job. Do I really want to rock the boat by flirting with a friend like that? Warm starts can first be found in friendships, I'd say. You already know these people, you care for them. Don't deny it, and I'm thinking they care for you too. Doesn't work out, that's okay. We're all adults, we can deal with that.
My sources say yes.
This is your moment. But you don't have to decide right now. In fact, you shouldn't. Take the day with all your friends to really think about it. After dinner, I'll finish my number crunching, and we'll have your final relationship scores. That'll help your decisions. Let's take a look. Behold, weeks of emotional data fully analyzed. I bet you make it. Alright, yeah, once again, I've been befuddled by my Wi-Fi, so at least it hastily jammed my phone back in my pocket before anyone can hear that. Dang it, Iris, I could have just relaxed by the sea, maybe found that old arcade game where I once played. Wyvern keeping out of I need to be sizing up partners. Although, maybe there is someone I've been getting close to, someone I think I wouldn't be mind being closer to, in fact. Long time since I felt that way, like I could even try having someone to share my life with. Maybe it's time to look for love again. But for now, I decided to focus on the day ahead. Fun in the sun. Good, clean fun in the sun. Very innocent, fun in the sun. Sure, I could do that, right? Excuse me? Hello, Flotsam, your queen has arrived. This feels inappropriate. Morning, is this a private game of beach blanket bingo, or can we join? Innocent, chaste, fun, in the sun. Where did I set up my parasol, and how's the surf? Today I was thinking of doing some surfing. I rarely get a chance to surf these days, looking forward to breaking out my old board and hitting the waves. I was gonna play the Beach Boys all the way down here from the city to help get in the mood, but QueenBee vetoed it. Hey, if you want a free ride in my beloved B-Mobile with your board strapped to my roof, you listen to my music, Mr. Dance Pants. Oh, hey, here's the perfect spot. Let's set up there.
Catch you later.
Better go help her. See you there. Suddenly feel a bit inadequate in terms of proper beach bod and attire. We're here!
Excellent.
Ah, good. QueenBee brought an umbrella. Yeah, I don't really tan so much as burnt to a crisp. Honestly, I'm mostly here for the shopping and the arcades. Curious to see how these arcades are run as well. Maybe I can talk to a manager, get some tips for how to handle a very transient audience.
Ugh.
I need to play in them, not to study them. Sheesh, Gavin, we're not here to work. Can't I do both? I'll go join the others for now, though. It's been a long drive. I'd love to stretch out a bit.
See ya.
Ooh, me too. I'm so cramped up from sitting on that band. Wait for me. Stretching, yes. Stretching is good. Flex those muscles. Creepy! Stop being creepy! Alright, the beach. I haven't been to a beach in ages. Not since my sign spinning days promoting that funnel cake place. And guess that was the one time we did a beach shoot, but that was like last summer, so yeah, ages ago. Feels good to be in the sun. Last beach I was back in England, considerably more cold and overcast than this, afraid. Before you ask, because Ashley already asked again and again on the drive down here, I'm not going to explode in direct sunlight. My condition is quite stable today. Sorry, Percy, but you are part of the crew. That means we care about you. Promise that we won't treat you like you're made of glass. You're still good old Percy to us. Thanks, love. All the same, think I'd grab a spot under that umbrella before all the good shade is taken. As for me, the last one in the water is a landlubber. The water, yes, getting wet and cooling down. Partay!
Hello, dearie.
Afraid my bikini days are behind me, but I'm happy to be here all the same. I do so love to be out in the sun. Lovely beaches, lovely weather, lovely people. Good to see all three present and counted for. Didn't mean to hit that.
Positively.
Yeah, I rented an extra parasol and some chairs for Miss Mercy and I, and for you too, Max. Plenty of room if we squeeze in.
Mine.
How cozy. Okay then. This is a new context for me to be observing these people in. But fun in the sun, right? Above all else, be a day of celebration each year of the success of the Funplex. With that firmly in mind, I join everyone and we get this beach party started. Though it doesn't take long for the group to start spilling out. There's just much to see, too much to do. I know from my vacation here as a kid, you can't really try everything in one day. But unlike me, they're noobs. As an adult, I know how to budget my time to do the things I really want to do and hang out with the people I really want to hang out with. Despite my attempts at good, clean fun, Iris's words are still running through my head. And by evening, I need to make a decision. That means if I'm seriously going to make a move like she suggested I do, I should spend my time wisely leading up to that move. So what next? QueenBee. QueenBee and Gavin have taken up a friendly little sport competition here in the sand. Beach volleyball has always been a favorite pastime of beachcombers. It'll be fun, competitive, and what's not to love about watching athletic people show off their skills. As I draw close to them, Gavin is occupying the far half of the court. Closer to me is the QueenBee side of the sand court. It's easy to see that both of them have expressions of sheer determination on their face. Gavin is cool, calm, and collected, while QueenBee is grinning ear to ear. Both are reveling in the contest. Each is in it to win it. I take some sort of catastrophic event for one of them back down like a tsunami. And even then, I'd bet they'd be bopping the volleyball back and forth while fighting against the wave. But this is a momentous 1v1 between two of my most competitive friends. It's unnecessary to explain QueenBee's cutthroat nature, but Gavin, his ambition is just as fierce even if it's less vocal. He'd do anything for the fun flex to succeed, and he's taking that same attitude to beach sports. Ready to get your... Are you sure you're ready for this next serve?
Yeah.
You better believe it, pretty boy. I'm ready to spike this ball so hard it'll cause a quake beneath your feet. Ha, if it's anything like your last attempt to score, I'll win this match in record time. That's enough talking. Shut it and serve it. Hi, Queen. Eat this. Or I guess not. Maybe I'll just try Gavin. Hi, Gav. Not today, QueenBee. I'm not sure I'm going to get an award until this whole idea is over. Their concentration is tense. Game faces on, and they see nothing else but the competition before them. Might as well take this time to watch them play. Hopefully they'll notice me.
Victory!
Ace. Technically that's not an ace. An ace would be a point scored off of a flawless serve. QueenBee laughs and sticks out her tongue. Technically, it's putting me in the lead. Won that for some time. I just wanted to play. Not that I'm complaining much. Both QueenBee and Gavin are the most athletic of the crew, save for Tio. And well, let's just say the sand isn't the only hot stuff around here, to be honest. So watching them... This is creepy. Creepy. That isn't really a problem for me. Stop being a creep. It's like she was sculpted by the gods themselves. That's creepy. Powerful, toned arms. QueenBee's a goddess in my eyes. It's enticing, and the gameplay isn't that bad either. Even though I've been standing here for well over 10 minutes, neither one of them acknowledged my presence. This is until Gavin hits the ball straight in my direction. It soars all the way to the back corner of the court and lands right at my feet. QueenBee turns around to see where the ball fell. Hey, that was out, right? Now I get acknowledged. Clearly on the line, QueenBee. The point is mine. No, it wasn't. It was completely out of bounds. You might want to get those prescription on those glasses checked out if you can't even see that. Fell right next to Max, who's to undoubtedly confirm this fact. You clearly have the best vantage on it. Tell us what you saw. Sure. Calling it now. This is for the win. If the ball is in, Gavin gets bragging rights for the rest of the day. If it's out, then I win. So all I have to do is make the call. Yes. The line itself is thin as a rope cord held down by a single peg, so I can see why it would be hard to tell if the ball fell around it. But I can say for sure I saw it fall at the line. It was completely out of bounds. Sorry, Gavin. Point. Set. Match.
Oh, GG.
Did that bring my... No, me and Gavin are still the same. Takes, a very long moment to gloat. Granted, that's more of a tennis term, but I think Gavin gets the gist. I thought for sure I was going to beat you, QueenBee, but I miscalculated. You bested me fair and square. Shall we take a quick break? We each nod our heads in agreement as I quickly grab a couple of bottles of water laying on the sidelines and toss it to them. Gavin gladly chugs down the water and flashes a smile back at me. QueenBee catches hers mid-toss, swiftly opens it with her flick of her wrist, and proceeds to pour the water over her face to cool herself. Water splashes down her face and drops. Creep. Oh my. Suddenly feel very hot myself and could use a quick dip in the ocean. Thanks for the water. Yeah, you're welcome. Still, I really want to play some beach volleyball. Guess that's not gonna happen now. Both of them look quite content to relax and chill out in the sun for now. As if reading my line, QueenBee leans down and picks up the ball and throws it directly at me. Think fast. Bump it, set it, spike it. QueenBee threw it high enough that I can totally pull off a spike. I take a quick step forward before launching myself into the air. My palm connects with the ball and it darts back at QueenBee. She simply bumps the ball over to Gavin, and forming a triangle, we continue hitting the ball back and forth. It's exactly how my family would play. We'd all stand around hitting the ball to each other, trying to keep it from touching the ground at all costs. Hi, I like this sand swept look you've got going on, pretty boy. I can see you on the summer cover of Monsieur. If you're not careful, I'll carry you to the ocean and throw you in, then you'll be sporting that drowned rat look. Laughing alongside Gavin and QueenBee while playing beach volleyball makes me feel so grateful for these friends. It was worth having to stand around for a while. What a perfect morning on the beach. Play a few more rounds of sand as lava before we let the ball crash onto the beach one last time. Very nice return. You should join us for the next match. I would if I didn't have other stuff I want to do. There's too much to do here, and I've got to plan accordingly. I hear that. Looking forward to stroll along the boardwalk myself. It's a good idea to take in as much as you can. I think I'll call it Twits, too. Slow your roll, pretty boy. You can't leave just yet. We do have a score to settle. Let's finish this. Naomi and Ashley. In front of you, our own Funplex fabricators have entered the fray. How's Cashling? I'm kind of just gonna skip through most of this dialogue considering I'm moving after QueenBee.
Wonderful. Let me explain.
Okay, so basically, sum it up. I was skimming it. Sandcastle competition. They both have really good sandcastles. They want me to join. I'm bad.
Yeah. Yes.
Join us. I'm gonna need a bucket, a melon baller, and a funnel stat. That's the spirit. I'll put the finishing touches on mine. Let me help you get the base started. What are you gonna name it? Well, you can't make a sandcastle for fun.
So beautiful.
My iron is named Melty. Maybe not something quite that grand for mine. How about the Funplex? That's very appropriate. The Funplex is practically a castle, right? What if we make it look like the Funplex? Already looks like that, kinda. Funplex is just a box and we only made the foundation for our castle. But if we can carve in the sign and the double front doors... That looks so good. I mean, you're so good at having steady hands. You should really join me in some cosplay. It'd be great. Making costumes does sound fun, but I'm not sure if I can handle all the pressure of people looking at me. I usually work alone, you know? You don't have to do it at a con or anything. We can just get dressed up and prance around the forest. Bit my style, well, except maybe for the bugs and poison ivy and stuff. I think that's a good sign, right? The nod. That means we did it. We're gonna win. There's still many others out here to judge, but I'd say a nod counts nicely as a compliment. Which one? Whose sand skills reign supreme? What do you think? Who's got the winner chicken dinner? And me? I'm not a judge of fine sand castles. Just do it for funsies. Let's hear what you think. I mean, castle in the sky. It's pretty good. I'm just gonna vote for myself. How could we not win with this, right? It's the most accurate replication I've seen of the Funplex. It's the only replication of the Funplex. I'm glad the Funplex is not actually made of sand. Imagine the constant sand in your pants. No, thank you. Oh, I think they finished tallying up the scars. Wait, not so patiently as they judge. Pulling out a bright blue ribbon, they prop it up next to the castle. Which means...
Poops.
Double food. Don't feel too down. If it wasn't meant to be, it wasn't meant to be. How very pragmatic of you, Max. We did have a blast, though. But I hate losing. You just gotta win next year, Naomi. Maybe if all three of us join forces again, we can build the best sandcastles this beach has ever seen. Spent some time practicing, though, which means more beach trips. I'd like that. I'm in. Great. Next year, Team Ashley is going to eradicate the competition. I think you mean Team Naomi. You who can fight over the next year. I think I'm covered in enough sand for a while. Destroy our creations. I'm a mighty dragon. Fear me, tiny sand people. I really do like Ashley. Peek over one does seem to see the castles come crashing down. What next? Percy. I don't get it. I'm usually much more coordinated than this. I don't think it's a matter of coordination, Teo. More a question of, well, let's just say optimization. What a shame. What a shame. You boys want to play again? Only another $5 for the 3 tosses. It's downright steal. No, nobody likes a sore loser, boys. It's all totally fair, swear on my mother's grave I do. All this old-timey carny banter's got my dander up, it does. I must confront this charlatan. Don't take any wooden nickels, boys. Methinks all this hotsy-totsy prizes are fool's gold. Pardon? I think it's probably a scam. I take offense to that, I do. Anyone can win. Step right up and be a winner, or are you yella? I do believe I have a proposal. Teo, a word? Yeah, sure. What do you have in mind? Weirdly, the two huddle up without me and exchange a few whispers. I consider interjecting myself in the discussion, but it's over before I can try. Alright then, let's play. Eventually, Percy points. Right there, 3 rings rapid. That's the sweet spot. Twist his agile body. Teo flings the rings one at a time. All 3 rattle around the neck of the bottle, ringing it perfectly. Simple enough. Based on Teo's throw angle from before and the arrangement of the bottles, I determined the optimal striking zone for him to aim for. All games are a matter of optimization, even silly little carnival toys. Melons, you've busted me, old sport. Well, I know when I'm well and truly rumbled. Go ahead and pick your prize. Well, what'll it be? Yeah, we were trying to win you a prize after all. Me? Really? This is all for me? You are the true prize here. Back me up on this, Percy. Quite so, quite so. Aw, sweet. I like to put on my robe and wizard hat. Also, I want a Mr. Newfie. Truly, Mexican visual class and taste. I suppose nothing beats classics, huh? Okay, now you go away, boys. You bother me. Turn to the dunes, prize in tow. So, why were you two trying to win a prize for me? I mean, Percy, there was a Moopy doll back there. That's right in your wheelhouse, right? True, but well, we've discussed it and decided you deserve a treat for a job well done. Shows qualification is treat for a job well done. We want something for you specifically, right? Quite right. I must admit, the Funplex is a bright place with you around. Not to say it wasn't a bright place before your tenure, but well, there's a true breath of life there, beyond what I thought possible. And beyond just the hard work you do, the way you've brought us all together, well, a mere plush toy isn't really a proper reward, but it'll have to suffice. Well, my comrade is trying to say it in his usual pathetic ways. You rock and you rule, so you get a prize. Thanks for playing. Yes, that. Okay, I'm gonna go hit the wave. I'd offer you a board, Percy, but I know, I promise to take it easy. Not that I'm very aquatic, to be honest. Good time to spend with you, considering usually we're on the opposite ends of the arcade. You too. Well, wow. Didn't realize just how much I meant to them. I'm only a floor tender and event manager, right? Seeing everyone come together for this beach blanket bingo we've wrangled up, it's the bee's knees it is. It's getting super hot in here, like heat exhaustion level is hot. Good time, Margaret, towards the boardwalk. It seems there's one more thing to search in our little group. Alas, the queen of the beach is exhausted from being too awesome for words, and is seriously considering hanging up this bikini for a bit. I don't think this is a nude beach. Oh, if only, but seriously, I'd love to go hit the boardwalk for a bit, but Naomi's got some kind of surprise lined up for us over yonder. Really, I'll only be there in a minute. Wonder what this is all about. Soon enough, the entire group is gathered. The number of shade-throwing parcels multiplied to 4-2. Plenty of cool respite for everyone. Also new, a large cloth-wrapped bundle in the center of the group. Gather round, gather round. It's lunchtime. As a way for saying thank you for your support, please enjoy these box lunches courtesy of the Funplex. And me. I made them. An authentic Naomi brand bento? Sign me up. Not yet. I made these special, like, everyone has a personalized lunch filled with their favorite things. Gavin, if you'd be kind enough to distribute them, names are written on the lids. Yes, and in my bento box was yet another disappointment as the stream collapses at the feet of my bandwidth. Anyway, fish and chips, of course, with a little Union Jack on a toothpick, and you made a moopy maze out of the chips too. It's not too stereotypical, is it? Found a proper chip shop stateside, so I'll take it. A nice little taste of home.
Fantastic.
A big juicy cheeseburger and french fries. My mouth is watered just looking at it. Yum. Got lots of pink in it, just how you like it. So pink I can hear it moo. Perfect. Pita bread and hummus. Boring.
Love it.
Great meal that fills your belly and gives you a ton of energy. Propaganda. You'll have to keep your tank full. A tired tail is not a true tail.
Oh, how marvelous.
Little finger sandwiches, some tea, and even a cupcake. Thank you, Naomi dear. It's very thoughtful. Aw, thanks, Miss Francine. I got a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Nice.
I bet you consulted Max for this one. I love these. Always have, always will. Actually, I just checked your Instagram. I did an analysis of your most commonly bought food, and can't talk, busy eating. And that leaves the one who brought us all together. For you, I made pizza bagels. Ugh. Kidding, it's actually similar to the bento I gave you the first day you started at the Funplex. Little reminder of how this all started. Oh, thank you. Speech. What?
Yeah.
You should make a speech before we all dig in. I mean, you're the reason we're here. I am? Well, you are. I mean, you were doing great before you showed up, don't get me wrong, but you know. You worked harder than any of us to make the Funplex the success it is today. I was content to keep it afloat. I didn't think we'd ever manage more than that, but you refused to be content. We wouldn't be here at the beach if not for the success you led us to, Max. So yes, I think a speech would be appropriate. Yeah, Death Portal rocked. It really opened some doors for me. I'd still be wearing that black L7 jacket if not for you. The atmosphere is so much livelier thanks to your effort. Win or lose, I'm enjoying my time with Moopy thanks to having so many great people around me. By this point, I can't even imagine the Funplex without you. So don't even think of leaving. If you do, we'll probably gather up a hunting party and drag you back. No hard feelings. Speaking as the one Max comes home to every night, I gotta say he's doing dandy compared to before, so 3 cheers for the Funplex. 3 cheers indeed. Go ahead, you've earned the right for a speech. I'm just a silly old lady who started it. You made this happen. I've usurped control. I am the Tsar. I can't be a milquetoast for this toast. But cheek. So big feelings are nothing. Gotta be honest, life sucked, and sucked bad before I found you wacky people. Junior knows what I'm talking about. Life had become a series of unfortunate events, and then, well, I found the Funplex. Don't think I'm the reason why the Funplex rules. It ruled before I got there. All I did was help you all see it the way I see it. Together we make one really good arcade juggernaut, and I'm looking forward to seeing where that beast goes next. Woohoo! Go! 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 Okay, good. On a roll. Let's see. What to say next? Summary, all earned this vacation through hard and thoughtful work. You've earned the right to loosen up a bit and have some fun. You've only got one day here, so if you care for some advice, live it to the fullest. Do everything you want to do. We'll never know where we'll end up tomorrow. Live for this moment alone, and we'll worry about the future once we're safely back in the Funplex. If anyone has any question about Flotsam Beach, just ask. I know this place like the back of my hand. May take you up on that. I'm figuring there's a nice nightlife scene here, right? Anywhere I can go out dancing, I'm game. Now to bring it on home. Thank you. With all sincerity from the bottom of my heart, thank you all of you. I want to express my gratitude even if I can't find strong enough words to do so, I'll simply say thank you, and let's eat. You have my gratitude as well. You have no idea how much it's raised my spirits working alongside you or watching you enjoy our games. Thank you for this lovely day, and I agree. Let's tuck in. That's T's calling me. This is the moment. One perfect moment with all of us together laughing and talking and eating and having the best time in the world. Maybe things will change after night when ours is planned to find me romance comes together. Maybe this is the high water mark. Maybe. But no matter what happens, I'll always have this one perfect moment. Afternoon slides in as the gang migrates from sandy shores to bustling boardwalks. Once you've had your fill of seaweed in your trousers, it's time to take a walk down the boardwalk and indulge in any number of side activities. You don't need to change out of your swim gear either. Unless you're going deeper into the beach town, you can't just skip back and forth between the sands and the boardwalk. Real action happens. Soon enough, the group's splitting up. Who don't want to hang out with? Obviously. Sitting on the beach is just outside a fried dough stand. QueenBee and Percy are sharing a funnel cake dusted with white sugar. Seriously, you've never had this stuff before? Not much carne chow in England, I'm afraid, and this is the first time visiting a beach in the colonies. Wait, you can eat this right. I mean, it's basically fried grease and sugar. Your heart won't explode. Not an issue of artery congestion, and Lord knows I've eaten plenty of instant ramen and fast food. One little sugary treat won't be the tipping point.
Hey.
Join us. Nobody can eat this huge thing by ourselves. Percy and I were talking shop, and even if you aren't a pro gamer, maybe you've got some value input, you know? See, our Moopy-aholic buddy here doesn't believe in being a full-time professional gamer. It's not that I don't believe in it, I just don't see it as a stable occupation for a young person to undertake. You're entirely reliant on the wavering loyalty of a corporation's sponsors and streaming subscribers. Alongside any prize money you may or may not be winning, well, those are just too risk-averse to walk that path. I prefer a sound investment. Whereas I love risk. No risk, no reward. Yeah, at any moment it could all come crashing down and I'd live in my parents' basement again, but I love to fight for my future. Just like him, he was an unemployed bum before finding Funplex, so nowhere to go but up. Hey now. Right, but that's also a risky one. That's what I'm getting at. It's gainful employment in the end, but the only reason you aren't still eating pizza bagels is because you voluntarily took risks and made them pay for you. I'm not saying my path's for everyone, abandoning the safer road in favor of the wild ride. It takes a certain mindset to make that work. But I promise you that those of us willing to make that leap are more, having a more rewarding life as a result. Satisfying, not rewarding. Being a school teacher is satisfying, but sadly society does not reward its due. Many satisfying paths in life are fraught with disaster due to this. It's survivor's bias. People see rock stars and football heroes and think they can make it big too, but those success stories are a percent of a percent of a percent. And what happens later in life to the sports heroes who abandon all of the past? What skills do you fall back on when all your windows are closed? You've succeeded so far, QueenBee, but remember too long ago you were terrified of being drummed out of your team and tossed on the streets. I wouldn't say terrified, it's more like a mild reluctance at best. Couldn't you pursue dominance in your game of choice without making it your entire existence? I don't really play Moopy all day. I trade stocks in my off hours. Why not consider a day job with your gameplay occupying the remaining hours?
No way.
Fist of Discomforts takes absolute dedication. I can't be top of my game at the top of the game if I'm also flipping burgers or filing paperwork. Personally, competitive level play requires intensive training. Can't get around the time investment, but you can make it pay double. That's where streaming comes in. Whenever I'm training, I'm streaming. Subs and donations make me money while my stamina go up, up, up. It's a win-win. Suppose you can see the need for time investment, yes, but it's not like streaming revenues are stable either. Perhaps Max can help us settle this question. What do you think? Is it better to wholly devote your life to a risky proposition in search of happiness, or to hedge your bets and find balance? I think QueenBee's right. If you really want to devote yourself to something, no matter the risk, you have to go all in. Right, Percy, you're still young, you know. You've got time to do something risky and wild. Make it happen. If I had time, I suppose. Oh man, sorry, Purr. I didn't mean to pull high. No, it's quite alright, both of you. I see where you're coming from. In your situation, taking chances for a brighter future. I suppose you're braver than I, and that's admirable. Exactly, go for the gold. With the 4 heavenly kings behind me and the funplex keeping me going, I'm headed for the top. Risky, yeah, but this is where I want to be. I choose this. We'll be right here every step of the way.
Impressive.
Not for the strong showing for joysticks through the 80s and 90s, none of this would have happened sooner. A game's a game, you know. I can enjoy just about anything. Oh, and hey, there's pinball. You like pinball, right, Gavin? And skee ball. I love alley rollers. Technically, skee ball, depending on spelling and hyphenation, is a registered trademark. These are simply alley rollers manufactured by a different company. Jeez, way to suck the fun out of it. Apologies for my innate killjoy nature. Allow me to make it up for you by actually having some fun. Even possible with your ultra cool guy exterior. If you'll let me finish, how about a ski alley roller contest? Each of us gets 5 tokens to score the most points. Whoever loses buys the ice cream. You want to join in? Make a 3-way dance? You're gonna get it now. You take a shot at the skee ball king. You best not miss.
Rather disappointing.
I think I'm gonna go for Gavin just because, you know, he opened up to me earlier. And it doesn't really matter because I'm ultimately going for QueenBee, so. Aim for the 40-point pot, always. Gavin curves an eyebrow at me, but it seems to catch on to what I'm suggesting right away. No further words needed. The trick for skee ball is consistency. The 100-point pot is a trap. Hitting it takes precision on a clunky old game, but aim down center, and you'll always net a reasonable amount of points. 20 at worst, 50 at best. Soon enough, the scores are in, and Gavin's won the game, scraping just slightly past me and leaving Ashley in the dust. Oh crap, I lost. To be fair, Max gave me some advice. Yellow card, foul on the play, tainted results, but you can make it up for me by having us split the ice cream 3 ways. Everybody wins. That seems fair.
Indeed.
Most importantly, we had fun. Arcades are meant to be places where friends can gather and play, having fun. Whatever shape it takes, this is our mission. But an enjoyable working vacation. It's probably the happiest I've seen Gavin. At work he's all business, but here he can crack a smile, even as he's analyzing arcades. Over here. Come help us decide what to get.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, Teo has painted nails. That's pretty cool. So what do you think of the place? Me? Oh, I've been here before, quite a few times. It's the most popular candy store on the boardwalk. My family and I would always stop right before our long trip home.
Whoa!
Not gonna lie, I was a cute kid. Not so cute when overdosing on sweets, though. They have Conpito. Is that a good thing? It's the best thing. They're little traditional Japanese sugar candies that look like stars and are my absolute favorite. It's been years since I last had some.
Sweet.
Oh, Naomi, nothing is sweeter than you. And that's a fact. That's not entirely true. Thank you, but these candies are still the sweetest. You both should taste these, by the way. I know you'll love them as much as I do. Theo and I agree with nod of our heads. Like a dragon with her hoard, she heads toward the register when a kid smacks right into her. Candy spills everywhere, and Naomi falls over backwards. I instinctively go to help Naomi. Stealing candy is one of the worst possible crimes one can commit, save for like murder and Grand Theft Auto. A lot more awful crimes, but this one takes the cake, so to speak. Hey kid, turn out your pockets. What do you want? I ain't do nothing. I saw you stuff all those candy in your pocket. Look at them bulging out. You aren't tricking anyone. There's a lot more in there than what they got from the spill. One more tack that I possibly must share. The cashier tells them to kindly exit the sandy bar, and the kid complies. The cashier and I exchange knowing glances. We are one and the same. After that excitement, I'm ready to relax on the beach and eat some of this candy. Me too. Me three. Can't quite leave it out. There's still one more thing to do. Yeah, we can't break tradition. Although if we do, I wouldn't mind starting a new Funplex Beach tradition with you. Tail, please, this is one important delicious decision Max has to make, and the only correct answer would be for him to choose the cotton candy ones. Who enjoys something serious as this? Well, it's like sickeningly sweet. Even I can't handle it. It's like a truckload of sweet. Well, what would you choose then? Buttered popcorn, obviously. I like a little salty with my sweet. But that's Shadar Lidge. I'm much more of a purist. Getting in a fight over toffee flavors isn't necessary. Both taste great, but I already know what I'm going home with. What's that? Both, obviously. Just, I'm always getting an assortment of flavors. It's the best way to go. You get a little bit of everything. I just love all different types of taffy. I can't just pick one. Nothing wrong with that choice. You can always throw away the cotton candy ones. Teo, I think you meant to say the buttered popcorn ones. I think that about covers it. Shall we blow this popsicle stand? Ooh, they have popsicles too. Oh, I almost forgot. Yes, I've been wanting one since you pointed them out. Opens the bag and both Tail and I pick one out. Popping the sugar star in our mouth, both with a smile wide and enjoying its sugary goodness. That is so yummy, for real, Naomi. It's my new favorite candy. It's very good. Maybe next time I'm at the Sandy Bar, I'll grab some of these instead of taffy. Thank you for introducing me to a whole new world of flavor, Naomi. Anytime, Teo. Maybe if I change your mind on candy, I convince you to dance a little later on Showtime stage. It's a delicate cabinet. Then I wouldn't go to see you as much on the Funflex floor. Very true. Got my candy all, so my work here's done. Gots to places to be.
Catch you later.
Now this is the perfect vacation. This afternoon passes in a blur. Soon the sun has gone down. The Flotsam Beach is a calmer place, a more chill vibe as the day's manic energy is long since spent. It's also clear the group will be breaking up soon. They've already changed back to their regular clothes, done with the beach as a whole. Leave me alone with my thoughts. It's been a wonderful day, definitely. But there's only one thing that can prove it. A risk, a daydream. But maybe one worth taking. Beep boop. Yeah, I know. Do you want me to ask someone on a date? Only if you want to. I know I was kind of pushy earlier, I'm sorry, but if you want this, now is the moment. Everything in my calculations say that it's the perfect time. Got a lot going on for me, but maybe something's still missing. Something more than I need from life than the warmth of a friendship alone. More importantly, maybe one of them feels the same way, or maybe they feel the same yearning. Romance, love, I'm no stranger to these things, but those were fumbling first attempts in youth. I could fumble again. Am I ready for this? I'm still considering. How about I run down the data while you're thinking? Let's see. After my analysis, here's where you stand with everybody and your personality is shaping up. We can understand you. I think just these values based on what I know each of them likes in a partner. Naomi's kind, but also wants fiery temper when pushed. She's gutsy like you. Ashley gives with her gut, and so do you. Gutsy clicks for both of you. QueenBee has a great sense of humor and a real go. You're both quirky and gutsy, meaning you're a great match. Percy's determined to live out the rest of his days in good cheer and great humor. Or is that humor with you? He's British, right? Oh, and he's quirky like you. Tail lives out fun, and I'm sure both of you quirky funksters will get along well. That's everyone. In my final analysis, I think you are the best possible match for QueenBee, Ashley, and Naomi. Literally all the girls. Yup. Accurate. All three would make a fine companion for you. All get along well with you and match your personality. So, QueenBee, Ashley, and Naomi?
My sources say yes.
It's weird, but you know what? My life is weird. Surfing a deep wave of weirdness all the way to the shore of weirdness. So okay, hook me up with someone whose numbers match my numbers. I'm ready to go.
I'm a sophomore, right? I have to see the world through numbers. I see relationships as numbers. I see your vocal tones as numbers. And I score it all. But the math is less important than the meaning. I see a number. But that number represents your free will and your heart. You chose to spend time with them. You shared good times and smiles and laughter, and sometimes even tears.
Okay. Right as it's about to get good, my stream cuts out again. So, this is gonna be a different video. So, welcome, people. We're about to pick who we want to love. And obviously, my girl, QueenBee. QueenBee. Just saying her name fills me with excitement. A romance with QueenBee would be a whirlwind of passion. Her assertive nature and her sassy flair really energize me. I want to be the person who QueenBee looks to by her side, cheering her into victory, comforting her when defeated. I'm ready to spin on the dotted line for QueenBee's contract of love. I like your enthusiasm. I know that if you're true to yourself, everything will work out for the best. At least that's what I learned from all your human love stories. That's self. See if anyone's written some good find love stories. Thank Iris. I'm about to go hopefully succeed at my own human love story. Wish me luck. Iris waves bye to me as she shuts herself off, leaving me alone with my thoughts. The thrill of getting to ask QueenBee on a date took over, and I could feel myself starting to get nervous. She's a local and internet celeb, way out of my league. What if I'm not cool enough? Last time I checked, I was lukewarm at best on the cool scale. There's no way I'm anywhere as popular, attractive, intelligent, magnificent, perfect. And as I struggle with the thought of how unsuitable I am, the gaming goddess herself approaches me out of nowhere. Oh, her new jacket. With a frown, she pockets her phone, then shakes her dour mood free as she turns to face me. Oh hey, QueenBee, what a surprise to see you here, standing next to me on the boardwalk, being all normal-like. That tends to happen when you and all your friends go on holiday
Anyway,
together.
I'm getting straight to the point because I don't like beating around the bush, and I'm not a fan of sappy, fluffy bull. Just blunt honesty.
I love her.
So, do you want to join me on a date tonight?
Oh my... Instantly blushed from head to toe. Here I thought I was gonna have to muster up enough bravery to ask QueenBee out, and bam, she intercepts and asks me out herself.
Don't get too excited there, kid. I was gonna go out with some friends of mine who live nearby, do an evening meetup in Flotsam, but...
QueenBee looks away, frowning at the ground.
Well, they bailed on me. Hardcore lame-ass style. We'd arranged everything a few days in advance, and now they aren't even returning my texts. I swear, if those ladies aren't literally on fire, or saving orphans from a building that is literally on fire, I'm having some harsh words with them later.
Yes.
Long and short of it is, nobody wants to just go out and have some fun. And I need cheering up. Pronto. Cheer me up, okay?
I'm sorry, QueenBee, that really sucks, but you know what? What? No one should ever deny QueenBee what she wants. Do they not understand how amazing she is? You don't deserve that. You know what? They don't deserve you. Wow, you're cute when you're petty and vindictive.
Yeah.
But hey, you're right. If they don't want to hit the town with me and have a good time, I'd rather do that with you anyway. I mean, do they not know who you are? You're the QueenBee. They should be honored you and choose to grace them with your presence. If only it was that easy. My non-gamer friends don't feel the same way as the rest of the pod scene. Non-gamer friends does not compute. Right? It's so hard to find people these days that don't play games, but let me tell you, they do exist. Case in point, my two best lady friends. We were friends since we were little tiny babies. Our mothers are all friends, so when we were born, we all became friends by proxy.
It's
But
complicated.
compared to them, I've always been the weird one, the loser, if you will. Both of them have successful career paths. One's a teacher, the other's a psychologist. Heck, they've had kids already. What do I have to show? I play arcade games for a living. I bet they think I'm wasting my time and energy. That's probably why these friends ditched me tonight. I'm so unaccomplished. Hey, that's not being fair to yourself, QueenBee. You're one of the 4 Heavenly Kings now. Did you forget that's like the most accomplished thing I can think of? Except if you made Fist of Discomfort itself, then just maybe you'd be more accomplished. You know how to make a woman feel special.
Anyway, I'm done being sad about this. I refuse to let a little trifle like this get me down any further. So let's go out and have a f***ing great time.
Agreed, let's go. Wait, where exactly are we going? Somewhere fancy. I'm a classy lady. I have classy needs. First off, drinks and food. Second, dancing. Third, a romantic stroll on the beach. That all sounds perfect, actually. I just don't know any of classy places here in Flossom. Since we were more of a Burgers family than a filet mignon family, whenever we came to the beach, we stayed mostly to cheap eats. Lots of dinners and drive-ins, hot dog stands. Couldn't tell you what kind of fancy places existed here, if any. Not a good choices in this beach city. Yes, Flossom isn't exactly Monte Carlo. Let's see what I can dig up. Ew. No. Nope. Totally yuck. Gross. Ooh, here's one.
Not bad.
4 out of 5 stars, cozy, trendy cocktail bar and dinner with sea-inspired small bites. This place looks hella cute. We're so going to Lagoon. Next thing I know, we're there. I had no idea this place even existed, but apparently it's a hit with locals and tourists alike, and it's exactly how they describe themselves. Tables are illuminated, cozy atmosphere. It's almost too trendy for my taste. The way everyone is dressed here is so fashion forward, retro 50s style without being hipster. QueenBee fits right in with this bunch. She's always styled to perfection. On the other hand, I looked down on my hoodie and let out an exasperated sigh. Don't worry about it, you look fine. It's not exactly black tie. Too busy paying attention to each other anyway for you to concern yourself over such trivial matters. Look at us, a couple of hotties out for a night on the town. You should immortalize us with a selfie. QueenBee pulls out her phone, holding it up high to get the perfect angle, and snaps our picture. Ooh, that's precious, look. It's a great photo, and I don't look half bad either. Cool if I post this on my social media feed. The Beehive loves to know what I'm up to, and what I call my followers. Cute name, right? It's better than cute. It's like we're a real couple doing couple things. Go for it. Oh, and tag me so I can share it with my own half too. Don't you have like 10 followers and 6 of them are all the regs from the Funplex? Yeah, but I really want to make sure Francine knows. She'll be happy to know you're in good hands. You realize you are probably going to get several hundred followers from this, right? I did have some inclination that would happen, yes, but I'm not going to worry about my sudden jump into popularity. I won't be buying a social mansion or anything. Going out and enjoying this moment with you is the only thing on my mind. Making me blush. And posted. I already silenced my phone, so if I suddenly go viral, it won't interrupt us. Although poor Iris maybe get slammed by notifications. I'm impressed that even the menus are super hit, down to the sophisticated font choice. Note to self, tell Juniper about the Lagoon's menus. What cocktail are you gonna order? All of them sound divine, and I'm having a hard time choosing. I have to go banana boat for the memes. Banana boat's perfect reflection of our evening. Sounds pretty delicious. Just then one of the waitstaff passes by QueenBee and gets their attention. Can we have 2 banana boats, please? You're absolutely gorgeous. The words fall uncontrollably from my mouth. Are you sure you didn't have a drink already without me? Oh, I'm sorry, it's totally fine. You're quite attractive yourself. Honestly, I'm quite smitten with you. I'm in complete shock. Words can't form in my mouth. I feel dizzy and my heart is pounding. This is what being in shock is like, right? Thankfully, our drinks are served up. Cutting a knife into my awkward silence, I quickly cup my hands around the drink and the glass to take a huge drink. QueenBee laughs. Slow down there. I'd like to still talk to you before you get completely trashed. I'd level up from kid to my actual name, huh? What have I done to observe this upgrade? I figure since we're on a date and I really do respect you that I owe you to that. Kid might slip out every now and then and do the habit, but it's max from here on out. You've earned it. Fire sparks deep inside me. I feel tingles across my skin. More importantly, proud. A cut above the rest of the fodder. However, there's something I yearn to know about QueenBee, and I've been curious since we first met. Her name, right? A name for a name. So you got my name now. Yeah, what about it? Then do I get to find out yours? QueenBee is my name. I am QueenBee. You know what I mean. But I hate my name. Okay, I won't make you. I understand some secrets are meant to say that. Secret. Ugh, dog face, eyes. You forced my hand, but if you tell anyone, and I mean anyone, you have a very angry bee buzzing around you. My lips are mum. QueenBee lets out an exasperated sigh. It's Tanvi. Tanvi Khan. But that's such a beautiful name. Why do you hate it? Such an old-fashioned name, and no one can ever pronounce it correctly. Well, they can pronounce my family name, but they invariably do it like William Shatner in some stupid attempt to charm me. QueenBee is just easier. People can't mess up QueenBee. I understand why you choose to go by QueenBee. It's not fun having a name no one can relate to. Plenty can understand the reference of QueenBee. I really do like your real name too. If you'd like, I can refer to you by your real name instead of your gaming handle. It's very sweet of you. Okay, you can call me Tanvi or QueenBee. Either way works for me. I'll respond to both. Both names fit her so well, but for me, one name rings true. I want her to know I care about her as a whole person, not just her online persona. It's much more intimate to call someone by their real name. It's be our secret we can share. Tanvi, from now on I'll call you Tanvi. When you say it, I don't hate it as much, and it does feel nice to be called by your intended name. I like it. I like it a lot. Thank you for not making fun of my name. I would never. I really adore you, Tanvi, and I wouldn't poke fun at something I care a lot about. You are the best. Look at her drink. Sweet meat around too. Tanvi is always quick to change some subject when things start to get too heavy. But still, I gaze down my glass, and it is, in fact, empty. Second round is indeed in order, and maybe some food to go with. Alright.
Yeah.
Let's look at the menu. Takes a second to scan it. We should start with a round of oysters. I love eating those gooey little mollusks. So freaking delicious. You know they are an Afri... cringe. Not cringe, just, I'm embarrassed. I respond with my face turning deeply red and hiding it deep in the folds of the menu. Tanvi laughs loudly and continues reading the menu, ignoring my embarrassment. Literally, what I just is like, same reaction between me and the character. I ended up ordering several small plates of some of the fanciest dishes I could even imagine. Butter scallops on a bed of mashed potatoes, crab dumplings, roasted Brussels sprouts with bacon shavings, and lobster ravioli in a creamy butter sauce. My mouth never tasted an explosion of such decadence, and my stomach was filled to the brim with savory and succulent food. The conversation stuck mostly to the beach adventures of the present and past, and before long, the check came and went. It's official, I'm stuffed. Round 1 complete. Next up, we gotta dance off all these calories. The dance club is right at the end of the boardwalk, a stone's throw away from the beach. How romantic. Right, I remember that being the main attraction for the night. Oh, I think you'll hold the title by the end of the night. It's getting hot in here all of a sudden. I'm not sure how much of this I can take. Tanvi is making it very hard to concentrate on anything but my intense feelings for her right now. She just smiles wickedly at me, knowing exactly what she's doing. I'm gladly a pawn in Tanvi's game. Okay, yeah, sure, you're right. Maybe we should go out dancing. Now, right now. We called a taxi to go back in the boardwalk, and upon arrival, the dance hall is already bumping. Everyone's wearing their best dancing attire. Going in, we can already hear the ounce, ounce, ounce of the music.
Not bad.
Actually impressed, the nightlight here in Flotsam isn't half bad. We chose a good little beach town. You're so cute when you're out of your element. Let's get to it. Silk's arms around mine, I can feel my core temperature rise. I think I'm ready to face the dungeon of sweaty, beautiful people, but there's one slight problem. How long do you think this line will take? Oh, my sweet innocent Max. I don't wait in lines. Rule number 1 of life. Nothing is worth waiting for. Take the initiative. You just gotta get out there and do it. But, you can't just cut the line. That's illegal. We'll be thrown in dance jail. I don't think it was cutting as so much as advancing our own position. One more thing. What is it? I need you to muster all the confidence you have and look determined as crap. You belong here. You deserve this. Like this? You know, my best head fist face and fill my mind with nothing but resolute attitude. I belong here. I deserve this. Simple and utter perfection. Tanvi leans in and kisses me on the cheek. Ew. No. With a newly inspired confidence, Tanvi leads me to the front of the queue. We approach the bouncer and the noble guardian of the club, the fabled checker of ideas. He lifts a hand up to us and we stop. Tanvi simply holds out her cards, smiling fiercely. Word with Jazz. I can't believe. How did we? What just? Relax. Don't ask. Just accept how awesome we are. I know, dumbfounded me. Before we get dancing, let's get another drink. Alright. I know this is a weird place to end it, but I'm so tired, so we're gonna stop right here. Okay.
Maybe.
No cares, no hesitation. So, we just go? She nods. She dumps out a receipt, grabs hold of my wrist, and leads me deep into the dancing crowd. People are jumping up and down, gyrating their hips, shaking one's booty. Tanvi forces her way through several people, not even taking the time to notice us squeeze through, too entranced by the music. My focus is entirely on Tanvi. Once we make it to the inner circle of the crowd, we find a place on the floor that's not shoulder to shoulder. Feeling the electrifying energy, we dance without hesitation. Both Tanvi and I are laughing and smiling as a particular sick drop beats. Tanvi and I lock eyes. She sways close to me. She closes in the distance between us. She twirls her arm to the beat, and I respond with bobbing my shoulders. Our eye contact doesn't break, and it's powerfully intense. I'm drawn in. It's hard to let go. Eventually, the music stops. It's time for DJ Jazzy J to take her break. Sweaty and sticky and smiling from all the fun we've had, Tanvi winks at me. Would you like to go somewhere more secluded? Shall we take this outside? Like that very much. Wave goodbye and good riddance to the loud music and party lifestyle. I literally just said we were gonna end it, but now I think I should finish this level. For several minutes we say nothing, step by step, just ignoring the quietness of each other. We disregard it all. It's a moment, it's me and Tanvi. I wouldn't have it any other way. Tanvi leans gently into me and lays her head against my shoulder. Ever since I've known you, treat me with such respect. Of course, I respect you, Tanvi. I mean, like you treat me like an actual, real person. So many people treat me as some sort of celebrity and just try to ruin me for their pride. Others just blatantly troll me because I'm a woman. So I want to be treated, you know, well, like most people want to be treated. And you do. So thank you. Feel my heart quicken and my cheeks flush. The mood is perfect and I want to speak. I turn to face her and I look her in the eyes. You're the best. I mean it. You truly are a queen among the rest. She looks back at me with a wild look in her eyes, and I smirk on her lips. I can read her body language, and it's contagious. No words are needed to convey our desire. We both dive in. Ah! I feel creepy. I don't like feeling creepy. Creepy. I feel creepy. Can I ask you something important? Of course. Can we just stay like this? What do you mean, like stuck in this position and forever? I'm sure eventually I need to use my arm again. It helps me do things like write, cook, gaming. Tanvi laughs slightly. I mean metaphysically here in our current situation. Like, we obviously are attracted to each other, but I'm not ready to jump into a typical relationship role of being partners. I'm not quite sure how to take it. I don't know what to say. I don't know how I feel about this. Ew. I don't like my face. I've had too many people in the past right now. I don't want to crap anything up going into this new experience with you. Pardon my ambiguity in the moment. This is just what feels right. I understand about being hurt in the past, and if this is what you need, I want to be by your side during this time. One quick other question. Shoot. I'm not calling you my partner. What should I call you?
You may call me my queen, of course.
Gag. But in a good way. Tanvi throws her head back and laughs, breaking up the seriousness of the conversation. Something tells me she's only half joking and half being serious, and I can't help but laugh along too.
But seriously, whatever feels comfortable. The person I spend my time with romantically, physically, and emotionally works. We can reevaluate things as they continue to grow, and as we continue to change. Now, where were we before I interrupted our carnal conversation with words?
Ew. Not ew, but I feel creepy. I'm sorry. And that's how QueenBee and I found each other. We called our lunchtime party the high water mark. One perfect moment in time, but I was wrong. This was it. Difficult weeks ahead, I cling to that high water mark in hopes that wave would roll my way again. I don't know if I want to continue because I'm so tired, but also very curious. Oh my goodness, you're invited to dine and discuss business matters at Deco's Palace with CEO Dekonami. You may bring a guest of your choosing. Free royal value swipe card available for enjoyment of games prior to meeting. What? Except for knitting, curious about the letter as well, although she seems to already have an idea of what it says. Suppose it's about that time, isn't it? Huh?
Oh, dear.
Time for that fellow to make another attempt at wooing me. Double, huh? Rather, wooing my beloved Funplex. Let me guess, Dekonami of Deca's Palace sent you a fancy invitation with all sorts of fancy writing. That's accurate, yes. He invited my dear Frederick and I over in 1980X to talk about selling Funplex, and we turned him down flat. Then in 1990X, when home game consoles were poised to take back the arcade crowd, he suggested we sell, we turned him down. Now it's 20XX and he's at it again. General would know it quick, but he's got tenacity and can't fault him for that. For small time. Oh, no offense. Come on, if anyone should be offended, it's you calling yourself small time. Max, you put so much work in to make my little arcade sore. But that's why he's knocking on our door again. We're thriving. That's lured him back here. Like Gruyere cheese in the mousetrap. So wait, are we the cheese or the trap? Depends how clever you are, my dear. Right, so I'm the cheese, although I prefer to be a nice mozzarella. Oh heavens no, contrary to what's said about the people, he's very much a man of his word. I always accept his invitation to hear him out. It's only fair and proper. Thought he was like the arcade scene's greatest evildoer.
Be sensible.
A bit grandiose, no? Certainly plenty of rumors about his questionable methods about, but that's all they are, rumors. Alright, so I think that was a signal for me to stop and save here, because I cannot deal with this doing that again. So, good night, people. Let me just stop the broadcast here. Kind of redundant, but just need to say a quick goodbye. In case anyone, stayed to the end of this. So, bye.